Hello friends, real quick before we get started, I just want to let you know at the end of this video, I will give you my top 5 projects from 5 to 1 with their respective statistics. Thanks for checking out the video. Thank you for checking out the video. Excited to talk to you today about NFTs. Really exciting space right now. Before we get started, I do want to preface everything by saying NFTs are very risky, very volatile space. You could lose a lot of money very quickly if you're not careful. So just want to preface this whole video with that. On the other hand, there's been a ton of sales in NFTs recently, with OpenSea recently eclipsing 10 billion with a B, 10 billion in sales recently. So this is an obscure company a year ago, and now they just eclipsed 10 billion in sales. Kind of insane. Projects right now are seeing astronomical pricing increases, just simply from a celebrity endorsing a project. Recently, Reese Witherspoon tweeted out that she was buying a certain NFT project called World of Women. She made it her Twitter. Profile picture, and sure enough, the project increased in short order about 50%. The biggest news is that Mark Zuckerberg, who runs a $940 billion company, is so invested in the future of NFTs that he changed the name of the company to Meta. So, I mean, that's really all the evidence you need right now about how optimistic and growing this space is right now. Long story short, people are very, very excited about NFTs, almost in a frenzy. And a big part of that reason is that we are very, very, very early in the history of NFTs. And if you get into the right project, it could deliver unreal return on capital. With that said, most projects are going to be losers. So we need to sift through which projects are shooting stars and which projects are just dying stars. And that is my job here today, is to help you decide which projects are winners and which projects are losers. And we're going to go over the tools and resources that you need to make that determination. And just a quick message before we get started here. First, if you're looking for a video that's going to be talking about short-term flips and how to make a quick profit, this is not the video for you. Just go ahead and go on to the next video. We are looking for long-term value here. Furthermore, if you enjoy this content, please go ahead and subscribe. We're going to be coming out with more content for you in the future. And if you leave a comment, I will be sure to respond within 24 hours. Thanks again. Let's jump in. So first and foremost, you are going to want to start high level. This is the most fun part, in my opinion. This is the discovery phase. And you can do this a couple of different ways. You can go on Twitter and type in NFTs, go to Google, go to Facebook, and just sift around until you find something that piques your interest, and then dig a little deeper. For this video, we'll go right to OpenSea for our discovery phase. For those of you who don't know, OpenSea is like the eBay of NFTs. Let's jump right in with a live demonstration. We'll pull up the website here so that you can see the fastest way to retrieve the information that you need. All right, so first thing you want to do is head over to the OpenSea website. This is like again, you might have heard me say this before, but this is like the eBay of NFTs. Just type in your address bar, OpenSea.io, and this is what you'll see. First thing you want to do, you want to click Explore, click All NFTs. Then I will show you here how you should filter it. This little filter should come up here on the left-hand side. You want to do Buy Now. You want to switch this to ETH. You want to set a max ETH that you're willing to spend. No point looking at projects you can't afford. So we'll do 0.3. That's about $1,500 or so US dollars. If you want to start in that range, I would just generally stick with all Ethereum chains to start, and just click art to start as well. Nothing wrong with other types of categories, but art is generally where you want to stick to start. And then this is the fun part. Look at the different projects. What speaks to you? What do you like? You get to be the critic. And I would generally look for these little blue check marks. That's a verified collection. And what that means is that OpenSea has done some vetting on the project creator. They have some type of Twitter following, or they've been in art galleries. They're a legitimate artist that OpenSea has given the blue check mark to. So that's a big deal. So I would generally stick with those. Not that you can't find projects that are no good without it, but it's good to know that you're not getting scammed and some type of fraud that's not the real thing. While you're doing your research here, I would sort in the different ways. So you can sort from the oldest. You can sort, highest last sale, most viewed. You can do it, any number of ways. But keep asking yourself that question, what speaks to you? What are you drawn to or attracted to? And as you're doing that, I would pick 10 in total. Take down those names of the projects you like, put them in Excel, and we're about to go over what you should do with those names to start the next leg of your research in just a second here. Okay, now that you have your 10 projects, you can start the next leg of your research. And this next leg here is absolutely crucial to finding the right project to invest in. What we're going to do is we're going to investigate the management team or the creators behind the project that you're investing in. And this is absolutely critical. The same principle applies to when you're investing in stocks. When you're vetting the different public companies, you want to make sure that there's a CEO and a management team in place that you think is going to lift the company into the future and continue to have strong results. And that's what we're really doing here. We're taking a look at the CEO and the management team to make sure that they have your best interests at heart and that they're truly offering value to the holders of their NFT for the future. First things first, go to the website. The website can be a good indicator of how seriously they're taking this project. And you can get to the website right from the OpenSea website. I'll put something in here or here to show you where you need to click to get to that website. And while you're there, you want to poke around, ask yourself a couple of key questions. How professional is this website? Is there a roadmap on the website that interests you? Is there long-term value spelled out on the website? Is it user-friendly? It's not the end-all, be-all the website, but it's a good starting point to get an idea. Now that you have that done, the second thing you want to do is take a look at the background of the management team. And you really want to look at the creator and the different people on the team and investigate them a little bit. See how committed they are to this project. Is this a full-time job for them? Is this just a part-time job or a side gig? Do they have any artistry experience? Do they have any gaming or developing experience? Why should you invest your money with them, basically? How passionate are they about the project? You can take a look at the answers to these questions in a couple of different ways. You can research them on Twitter. You can do a LinkedIn search. You can go to the Discord channel and see how active they are there. Do they have an Instagram or YouTube channel where they're coming out with content and keeping their investors informed of what's going on with the project consistently? So that's all part of this next step, which I would call, I would call it the experience and the passion of the team that you're investing in. The last category in this stage, number 3, would be to look at the community. And you want to see how active they are and whether or not it's an organic, healthy community or just a bunch of flippers rather, hoarding together, looking to make a quick profit. So you can investigate this by going to Discord. You can look at a couple things like the chat, how active it is, and whether or not it's consistent, or is it just because it's brand new. Are there actual are there real friendships within this community, and people who enjoy talking and being part of this group. You can also look on Twitter, how active they are. Is this something they're talking about? Are they making it their profile picture? Things like that. So you want to generally avoid the projects that are super hot, brand new, just a bunch of flippers coming together. It's typically those projects won't have a long-term sustainability. Now that you've looked at the website, the management team, and the community, the next thing we're going to jump into is the statistics. Now, statistics are important for a couple of different reasons, but the most important reason is that this is a very new space. There are limited resources and tools. So if you make use of the right information, it can give you a big leg up versus your competitors. The first statistic we want to take a look at is the holder percentage. That's HODL, hold on for dear life percentage. And to demonstrate here, I pulled up a project, Secret Society of Wales. I do like this project. But we want to see how many people how many investors in this out of 10,000. We determine that by this number right here. Of 10,000, how many of those people have their NFT up for sale? So we can see here it's 2010. So we could just do 2010. Oops. Let's try that again. 2010 divided by total number of items in the project. So that's 0.201. Subtract 1. Do a plus minus. Multiply it by 100. So almost 80% of investors in this project do not have their NFT up for sale. And that's about the number I look for. Anything more than that is a great sign. Anything less than that, you're most likely in something speculative with too many flippers and short-term investors packed into a project. Traders is what I should say. So while this isn't a perfect system, it will help you gauge how serious the investors are in that project. So the next statistic, the second statistic you're going to want to look at is total revenue. Unfortunately, this number isn't published anywhere, so we got to kind of work for it a little bit. The way you do this, so you need 4 numbers. So you want to make this all time. So you want to multiply this number, total volume, by all-time average price. Then you need to multiply that by the royalty percentage. You do need to do some investigating to find this. You can go to their website, which again is up here, to try to find it. You could also just pretend like you're buying something to find that royalty percentage. If you have any problems with this, leave a comment. I'll help you find it. It's pretty straightforward. And then the last thing you want to multiply it by is the, depending on how old the project is, you want to probably multiply it by the 100 SMA of ETH. And that'll give you, so you multiply all those numbers, that'll give you the total revenue in US dollars. And that's very important to gauge. There's only so much value a project can deliver to you. But if they have more capital from a lot of volume and a lot of transactions and a lot of royalties coming in, this is a good way to gauge, how much value could be in store for you. And if you have faith in the management team, you could rest assured that they're going to deliver some of that value back to their investors. Okay, and the last statistic that you want to take a look at, and this one's not my favorite one, but you can make it a small piece of your evaluation, is to just give yourself a little bit of a momentum factor. So the way you can do that is you can divide the average price for the last 14 days and divide that for the average price for the last 60 days. This will largely depend on how well Ethereum has been doing. So recently Ethereum has been doing great. So you want to give yourself a little leeway. You want to look for a number of about 0.7 right now. Let's say Ethereum was doing poorly, it was a little bit, it's been in a downtrend. You probably want to look for a momentum factor over 1.2 in that situation. So it's a little bit of a dynamic number, which is frustrating, but you can certainly do it. All right, so there you have it. I did promise you my top 5 projects, and we will do that, but real quick, I do want to thank you for checking out the content. I hope you got real value over the information we discussed today, and hopefully that will lead you to the next Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT so you can make your millions. Thank you again for checking out the video. It really is much appreciated. I do hope you got real content, real value out of this, especially when you're doing something important like deciding where to invest your money. So thank you again, much love. If you enjoy the content and you're looking for more NFT content in the future, hit subscribe, smash that subscribe button, and you'll get notified when I come out with a video before everyone else. And you can also leave a comment, and I'll do my best to respond within 24 hours. I love receiving comments on the video, so don't be afraid to post something there. Thank you again, much love, and here's my top 5.